Hello everyone, I am Renowned Zero, and we're going to react to this clip that's been going around by none other than Grace Randolph, talking about you are a hater and you are an ist if you do not like the live-action Disney Little Mermaid. I'm going to react to it. Let's jump right into it. It comes to us from Bleeding Fool. Reviewer Grace Randolph says anyone who doesn't like Disney's live-action remake of The Little Mermaid is a hater, then argues that it makes more sense for Ariel to be black than white because of the film's Caribbean music. Disney would probably pay good money for a review like this. They probably did pay her good money for a review like this. She even states that the embargo isn't lifted until May 22nd. Let's jump right into this.
There is absolutely nothing to hate about this movie.
There are a lot of things to hate about this movie. The fact that they even had to do a remake of a masterpiece film that Disney made long ago, when this movie was based upon a Danish folktale and the character is supposed to be white.
Absolutely nothing. You know, if anyone hates on it, again, that's a commentary on themselves.
Not really. That's a commentary to how terrible this movie is.
As for race,
there's no such thing as hating on this movie. It's giving your commentary and your opinions on this terrible film.
Spending Ariel, I continue to stand by my comments that you can't have all these Caribbean musical numbers and a white Ariel. Here,
yes, you can, because once again, this movie is based on a Danish folktale. I'm sure there are white people in the Caribbean, just like there are white people in Africa.
They did shoot in Italy. All over the end credits, they're like, we're in Sardinia. And I'm like, well, it must be very pretty there. And I wish they hadn't done that, because it's going to give fuel to the haters.
No, it's going to give fuel to the people that think this is a stupid excuse for a race swap, when they could have made a movie around a black mermaid. They do have black mermaid characters in the cartoons.
That really sucks. But anyway, maybe they wanted like the fairy tale element to the wide.
Also, if you're telling me that this isn't something to criticize, let's listen to the clip from The Little Mermaid with the Under the Sea song that they completely butchered.
Sebastian, if you had just seen it up there, the ship rode on the wind.
Her voice is annoying.
And they filled the sky with fire.
Okay, listen.
Like, look at Sebastian. He looks completely terrible and butchered. All to hell.
To me, the human world is a mess. Life that I see.
That voice is awful too.
Is better than anything they got going on up there.
There's like no emotion in Ariel's face at all.
The seaweed is always.
Look what they did. Like look at how he looks. It looks horrible.
Greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about.
She just rolls her eyes. Like in the original movie, she doesn't do that. She actually listens to Sebastian. It's like she doesn't actually care what he's saying in this version of the film.
Going up there, but that is a big mistake.
She doesn't do any of this in the original film.
Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things surround you. What more is you looking for?
There's barely any expression in Halle Bailey's face at all. And this is why remakes are terrible when it comes to trying to remake an original animated film. There are things you can't, there are certain emotions that are harder to portray in real life than there are in an animated film. Similar to how they like to take anime and make it live action, when there are things in anime, certain expressions you cannot do in live action that you can do in anime.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
This person is terrible and should be fired. No, not really. They shouldn't be fired. But my God, their voice is awful compared to the original. It's like they didn't even try.
Darling, it's better. Don't worry, it's wetter. Take it from me. Up on the shore they work.
And then she just like lays down
All day.
on this and just like, I don't care. It's like nothing.
The sun they slave away while we devoting full time to floating under the sea.
Again, Sebastian looks horrible. And of course, she just kind of swims away while the song is still kind of going. So yeah, there are plenty of things to criticize with this awful film.
Shots of the castle, But I mean, it's clearly in a Caribbean setting. It's like, again, as I said, Jack Sparrow could wander into this movie and he would totally fit.
I mean, it is a Disney character. Technically, Jack Sparrow is a Disney character, but that's irrelevant to this movie at all.
But come on, there are steel drums, loved them. And while the aristocrats in Eric's kingdom talk with a British accent, Trinidad was a British colony from 1889 to 1962.
Again, what does this have to do with the movie? Like, literally nothing. This has nothing to do with the film.
But a lot of the people, you know, not the aristocrats, but the regular people of Eric's kingdom, they speak with a Trinidad accent, just like Sebastian does. So,
and he sounds terrible in this film. It's like they didn't even try with his voice, like I said.
It would be ridiculous.
Y'all heard it.
Ridiculous for a white Ariel to be in this environment.
It actually wouldn't, considering that the light doesn't reach all the way to the bottom of the sea. So there's no way that there could be a black Ariel. Again, this is sloppy seconds of white folk. It's like you can't make a story about a black mermaid. You had to race swap because you know nobody would watch it.
And truth be told, there are many moments.
And I've done a video before with the clips of young black girls saying that this is not Ariel, this is trash. Like, why? And they're questioning why Ariel is black. So it's not like there aren't children that aren't aware of how stupid this is.
When watching the movie where one has to wonder why Eric is still white instead of black or Latino, especially when the queen is black. It's sort of explained. There's kind of a mystery there, which they never really solve, maybe in a sequel.
So then why even mention it? It's like it's never told why. That's bad storytelling.
Well, but also
That's like Disney Star Wars-esque type of storytelling.
You know, after I was watching, you know.
And the crazy thing is, this film is actually I think this film is about 50 minutes longer than the original, and somehow they don't have time to explain this.
Like, I'd say maybe 2/3 in, I was like, you know, this is interesting because by keeping Eric white, you're kind of underscoring that a human and a mermaid's romance has similarities to an interracial romance. So I do think that tracks. I think that tracks. But you know what? These things are all very subtle points. This is not a preachy movie whatsoever. It is there to...
It's preachy in the fact that it had to be made and race swapped. It doesn't have to be preachy per se, but the fact that it's woke because they race swapped a character who was originally white to black.
Entertain and sweep you off your feet to remind you of the 1989 classic, but...
Yeah, it's going to remind me to go watch that instead of this. That's what it's going to remind me to do. It's going to remind me to go watch the original 1989 classic over this piece of shit.
Also bring you that Disney magic in its own right.
No, it's not. It's going to give you that, maybe that modern Disney magic that is not magic at all. A piece of shit like most of their live action remakes.
So again, there is nothing to hate about this movie. You'd have to
I've literally just showed you something to hate about this movie. It looks horrible.
Work at hating it, but unfortunately we know that some people will. But
you really don't have to work at hating it too hard.
It's engineered to be a crowd pleaser, and I think it is.
You think everything is. There's a lot of things you think are good that are not, so I don't think anyone should take you seriously with this opinion either. Then again, it's your opinion, you're allowed to have it, but all in all, this looks horrible. The expressions of Halle Bailey are pretty much non-existent. I still think her singing is god-awful. And they bring in more people to do singing parts that are god-awful. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you think about her reaction to this? Are you going to see this movie? I know I'm not. Maybe I will for a review or something, but normally this is something I would not be watching. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like the video, hit that like button. Like I said, comment below what you feel about all this. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set it to all. That way you get notifications anytime I post a new video. And I will see you all on the next one. Peace.